Hi, whether you're a solo founder, a development team, a startup, or even a large enterprise, if you're handling tools and repetitive tasks, n8n can simplify your life. It's great for marketers, developers, operations teams, and automation geeks who wants to granular control over what gets triggered when and how. Hey, my name is Vivek, and welcome to this video where I'm going to showcase you how to install n8n on a self-hosting environment. Now, you might have heard a lot about n8n. This is their website. They also offer a cloud services, and this is what their pricing is when you take a look at their cloud services. It's pretty simple. They provide £24 per month they build and they host it by themselves, and they give you a lot of features. It can even go up to £60. If you can see, they also have a community edition. This is what we're going to do today. At this point of time, we're going to install a community edition in a self-hosted environment. Let me show you some of the differences between a cloud hosting and a self-hosting for n8n. With regards to setup, of course, if it's a self-hosting, you'll have to manage it yourself. With regards to cost, this will be pretty expensive because you're hosting on it on n8n cloud. Scalability, of course, if it is n8n cloud, uh, it automatically scales. But we are going to use some services which will help us scale our services as well. Before we do the installation, let's get started. What exactly is there in the guide? So today in the self-host n8n installation guide, we will be using a server which offers a 14-day free trial. So you can try it yourself, install it and see how it works. These servers are pretty cheap, and I've been using it from last 2 months, and they've billed me around $1.5 per month, sorry. Uh, for database, we're going to use Supabase. We will be using some environment variables. We will be creating an endpoint in the servers. This is pretty useful because this is how you access the virtual environment where we have installed n8n. You need a public URL, and the endpoint is something that's going to give us. Then we will do the n8n installation using the Docker, and then you can go. All right. So excited. We will start first with setting up a database in Supabase. Supabase is free. If I go to the website of Supabase, let me go to the website of supabase.com. So it has a free edition as well. Yep, perfect. 50,000 monthly active users, 500 MB of database, 5 GB bandwidth, 1 GB file storage, and community support is what you get in the free. Now I've already created an account. You can just log in and create the account. I'm gonna access the dashboard. They give you two projects. So let's build a new project ourselves. Let's give this a name. Video tutorial. Give it a strong password, whatever the database password is. Maybe you can generate a password. Just copy the password and save it somewhere in your notepad or anywhere so that you can use it later. I'll just uh, I'll just save it here. Minimize it. Now, region, you may want to choose region close to where you belong. So I stay in Mumbai. I'll select Mumbai. I'll create this new project. That's all. That's basically what you have to do initially. And so you go to database, you go to API, connect, and you have all the parameters that is required. Great. So now we have the n8n database available with us called as video tutorial. Let's go to the server. We are going to use bunny.net. It's a It's a great service. It provides 14-day free trial, and it's a truly edge platform. It's a CDN. You may have heard a lot about it while installing WordPress. You get bunny.net as well in it. So you can create an account. I already have an account. I'm going to log in. Now, in order to get started, you have to click on Magic Containers. I already have installed n8n, but for this video purpose, I'm going to add another container. Let's call it as video tutorial n8n app. I'm going a single region deployment at this point of time. My closest region to Mumbai is in India is Singapore, so I'll select Singapore at this point of time. These are the pricing. I'm completely fine with it. I'll add a container. I'll name the container as video tutorial n8n. I'll select Docker. From here, I'll select n8n. And from here, I'll select the latest. We have to set an environment variables as well. Now, this is important to set some variables. I will give you the list. I will start adding. For database, we are using Postgres. So I have this Excel sheet with me. The database that we'll be using is Postgres database. The database name, we can always get it from Supabase. We need to have the IP version 4 compatible. I'll see all the parameters. Database is Postgres. I'll copy this. I'll paste it here. Host, again, I'll go there. This is the host. I'll paste it here. Port, again, you got the port. Paste it here. User, have the user. Paste it here. And then the password. Password, we already have the password with us. I'll just show you once again. This is the password that we have. Minimize it. Paste it. Time zone, we can set accordingly. I'm based in India, so I'm gonna set time zone as this. Now, there are 2 or 3 important parameters that we need to set. One is the n8n encryption key. Encryption key can be anything. It can be your name, it can be any random text, whatever you want. But please ensure that you save this encryption key anywhere, maybe email it to yourself or do something, but just have this encryption key available. This is very important. And the second important is the port where it's going to install. So just it variables, new variable. Port can be anything. By default, they ask to set it on 5678, but we already have n8n installed in 5678, so we're going to do it on 5679. Just remember this, or else let's do it 5680. Just remember this because that's the port is where you're going to use the endpoint. We'll be creating an endpoint as well, and we'll be using the same port. I'll just update it here. We'll be using this. And yes, you need the endpoint. You need what you needed is a webhook URL. Webhook URL, you can always get it from the endpoint. I'll add a new endpoint. I'll say video tutorials n8n. And I'll give this port number as 5680. I'll have its origin SSL, and I want sticky sessions as well. Sticky sessions ensure user requests go to the same server. I'll add this endpoint. If I edit this, I get this endpoint. Okay. We can set the HTTP variable later, the webhook variable later. Once we create this, we will get an endpoint, and post that we can do that. I think most of this is now fine enough. I'll go to general. I'll say update container, and I'll go to the next step. And my app name is there, everything is there, video tutorial, port number, and I say confirm and create. App was successfully added. Now we'll wait for some time. We'll check the logs. What this does is it creates a virtual machine, and within that virtual machine, it creates a container, and in that container, it installs n8n. So that's what it's going to do. It's going to pull that image from Docker, install it in that container, and then it will be available for you to use it. It may take a couple of minutes, so we will have to wait. You can see successfully started container. All right, so now it is active. So currently, if you will see, it is active on localhost 5680. But if we want to change it to a URL, if you can see, it will be accessible here as well. This is the endpoint that bunny.net has created. This becomes an endpoint. Setup, give you a name, email address, give anything as a password, and say next. That's it. You have logged in. You're logged into a new setup of n8n, and then you can use it. The last thing that I want to tell you is now when you go to create a workflow, and when you select a webhook, it will give you webhook as local host. But you want to change this, right? So this is your URL. This is what you'll have to add in the endpoint. I'll go back again. I'll go to the container settings. I'll edit this. I have the endpoint with me. Now the endpoint public URL is available. I'll add a new variable. I'll add this, and this becomes my webhook URL. As soon as I say update container, and as soon as I do for save settings, uh, it will restart the container. You can see here it has changed, and you should be able to see that this will be deleted and a new instance will be created. Just give it a couple of minutes. I don't want to see this logs because this will automatically restart. These are the old log that you see here. Go again to overview. It will process. It may take some time, but it's very important that you set this webhook URL because that's what you're going to use it most of the time for your triggering. So maybe you can use that. Give it some time. I don't want to pause this video just for the reason that you see the logs and how it works. Now this will get deleted and this will get scheduled. I will check this log. Done. So now editor is accessible and you've got this link. Now if I go here, now if I go to create a workflow, add a webhook, now you'll see this URL. Now this URL can also be changed to your domain. It's pretty easy here to do it. All you go to is endpoint, and this is your endpoint. You can go to the pull zone, or you can edit this. To edit this, just go to the pull zone and you know add a custom host name. This is what you'll have to add, your custom host name, and it will give you instruction how we do that. It's pretty easy and simple. Do that, and then you can start running on your domain name. Pretty easy. The costs are pretty low, and there's a 14-day free trial for you to use. I'm giving the link in the description. That's my referral link. You don't have to pay anything extra, and you get 14 days free trial for that. And if you only pay is when I get something back from it. So if you like this video, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I would be happy to help you. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.